What's up? What's up? What's up? We're going to be doing start sit fantasy football. We have trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 games. Tomorrow we got the Raiders versus Broncos. Let's get started. The first one at 8:15 p.m., which I feel like is a little bit late. I feel like usually around 7:30, but whatever. All right, so the Raiders quarterback Geno Smith. I would sit this one versus Broncos defense. I know the Broncos defense is a little bit shaky, but they're still one of the best defense, and Raiders are not the greatest on the offense. So definitely sit Geno Smith. As for Bo Nick, definitely start him. Raiders defense is really nothing to worry about. Now running backs, Ashante, if you want, yeah, if you want, start him. As for the Broncos, yeah, start him. Now wide receiver, let's do is Myers is out. He just got traded. I'm gonna be making a video about the whole trade deadline soon. Who made the moves and all. But Myers is out, so I wouldn't really start none of the Raiders wide receivers yet. Only after this week, we will clearly see who the number one wide receiver is. It sounds like it might be Trey, but Bowers might be the main guy who's going to be the number one person. But I wouldn't really start any of the Raiders wide receivers because it shifts a lot. Stop texting me. Don't keep texting. Uh, but yeah, as for tight end, Bowers definitely start for sure every single week. Last week he went off like 42 fantasy points, something like that. I was like, ooh, okay. Now as for the Broncos wide receivers, definitely start all of them. Tight end, yeah, you can flex them. You can flex them or start them if you want. Raiders aren't really not that good on defense. Now, as for defensive wise, do not start Raiders, but definitely start Broncos. Then kickers. Uh, all right, let's do kickers. Why not? I won't do waiver wire for kickers, but I'll do start and sit for kickers. I'll do that. So as for kickers, I would say Raiders. It's a little tricky. Uh, I would sit this one. As for the Broncos, definitely start. He may not give you a lot of fantasy points, but he'll give you something because they're going to get a lot of touchdowns. But if he does give you like 3 points randomly, that's good. Now, Falcons versus Colts Sunday, the first game 9:30. I think in Germany, if I'm correct on that. Give me 1 second. Next Sunday. Wow, she never. I'm sorry, I got a text. So Falcons versus Colts in Germany. Uh, this is interesting. I can't wait to talk to you guys about the whole trade deadline. But that'll be later on. Today I'll post it. I have to do a couple of more things in the house, and I gotta eat. So I'll get this out of the way first. I should know like an hour ago. But quarterbacks, I'm gonna say definitely start Daniel Jones, even though he might be a little shaky. The Falcons defense do tend to do pretty good lately. As for Falcons quarterback, I would not start. I think it's Kirk Cousins. Don't start him at all. If Penix does start, then if you want, sure, but you're not gonna get a whole lot. Running back wise, Bijan definitely start. Jonathan Taylor definitely start. Wide receivers, Colts wide receiver definitely start all of them. Falcons, if you want, yeah, like London. Mooney, I wouldn't really trust, but London, yes. Tight end wise, Kyle Pitts definitely, and Warren for the Colts tight end definitely start as well. Defense, Colts defense. I would say if you start, well, I don't know. I think Colts and Falcons defense are going to do a little bit of a head-to-head battle, and I feel like you should sit both of them actually. But kicking wise, Colts definitely start. Falcons, uh, I wouldn't really do it. I don't know. I feel like Colts are gonna do something. But yeah, now next game, one of the two of the worst teams, Browns and Jets. My New York Jets. Oh, by the way, um, the Colts. Yes, they got Sauce Gardner from the Jets, but he hasn't been playing the best. So that's why I'm a little bit like, if he had played the best, oh, definitely start the Colts defense. But right now, I gotta see what Sauce is gonna do. Man, I miss him. I miss him, man. I miss him. I mean, I don't know what happened. I think it's his ego. I think it's just everyone figured out his play style. I don't know, but he was such a good player the first year or two, and then he ended up being trash. Like everyone runs, and he's so skinny and small, so it's like you can run over him easily. But yeah, man, everyone thought he would be the next Darrell Revis, but no, nobody liked Darrell Revis, man. But when Darrell left, I cried. I saw some little kid cry that Sauce left. I didn't really care. Uh, well, now, I mean, yesterday you saw that I cared, but today thinking about it, I'm like, okay, why I get tight over that video? But yeah, let's get back into the fantasy football. My bad. Um, Also, Quentin Williams left, so it's gonna be interesting. So the Browns and Jets quarterback wise, Dylan Gabriel wouldn't really start. Fields looks like Field might start again. I wouldn't start him either. I wouldn't start both of them. Uh, well, Dylan Gabriel might slightly start over Field because how the Jets defense looks right now. It looks kind of weak. Because they got rid of two of their cornerstone players. Um, so I would say Dylan Gabriel gets a little bit start because the Jets defense is a little bit different, a lot different. Running back wise, Brees Hall still on the team. We all thought he could be traded yesterday. The Chiefs wanted to give the Jets a fourth round pick. They couldn't even give them a third. But I think because they learned their lesson from the Tony trade, they didn't want to do it. But it's a pick, bro. But uh, Brees Hall, yeah, I guess. I guess. He's gonna be running the ball much more. As for the Browns, definitely George Junkins. Just front is a little much weaker without Williams. And also Sauce. Then wide receiver wise, definitely start the Browns. The Jets, if you want, but it's too much of a risk. I wouldn't really start them. Yeah, 1 week ago was really good, but too much of a risk. Tight end wise, don't start Jets, but definitely start Browns tight end. Kickers, Browns, kickers. I would try and like stay off the kickers for both of these teams. I don't know how they're gonna do, and also defensive wise, I think I would say lean towards the Browns defense more than the Jets. Do not start the Jets defense, but definitely start the Browns defense. Um, Now let's move on to the next game: Ravens versus Falcons. I mean Ravens versus Vikings. My bad. Um, so this one's a little bit interesting. Lamar's back. We're all happy that he's back. JJ McCarthy's off, doing his thing, which we all thought he could do trash, but doing his thing. So oh, my apology. My apologies. Just skipped like 2 games. All right, let's do Saints first, Panthers first. My apologies on that. Um, so Saints and Panthers, I would definitely sit the Saints quarterback. Don't trust them. I just don't. Panthers, Bryce Young. I guess if you want to, if you're in need, do it, but don't really. But he's better than the Saints quarterback. I'll say that. Saints quarterback's trash. And then running back wise, start both of them. Start both Saints and Panthers running back, especially the backup for the Panthers. If you actually back up the Panthers, I'll say flex them. And then wide receiver wise, I would say Saints. You just lost Chris Olave. I mean, not Chris Olave. Rashid Shaheed. I guess Chris Olave. I don't really trust the wide receivers. I actually don't start none of the Saints wide receivers. You lost one of the young cornerstones in the wide receiver position. I wouldn't start none of them right now until next week. Then I'll know. Panthers, if you want, but I just don't trust both of these team wide receivers. Tight end wise, don't start both of them. Juwan Johnson really hasn't done anything. If you want, you can start Juwan over the Panthers tight end, but I just wouldn't. Defense, I wouldn't. Kickers, I wouldn't. it just seems like a very dysfunctional organization right now, but both sides. Maybe Panthers kicker slightly start, but nah. Patriots versus Bucks start both quarterbacks Baker and May. Running back wise, definitely start Steve. I think Stevenson. If I'm correct on that, I know one of the running backs is out this week, so definitely start the backup running back for the number one running back for the Patriots. Buccaneers definitely start running backs. Wide receiver wise, Patriots definitely start their top two. Buccaneers, yeah, start top two as well. My apologies. Why every time I go live I yawn? I don't know why. Tight end, definitely start both Auden and also Henry. Defense, defense I would sit both of these. Kickers, definitely start for both of these. Because I feel like both defenses are going to do good, but they're going to hold them to the kicking position. So the kickers are going to do much more in this game. Ravens and Vikings now. Ravens, Lamar Jackson's back. JJ McCarthy doing his thing. I would say both start. Well, uh, I would say Ravens, Lamar Jackson start. JJ McCarthy, I guess if you want, but it's a little bit of a gamble in a way. Uh, Now running back wise, Derrick Henry start. Also Vikings running back start. Aaron Jones. Wide receivers, Justin Jefferson start. I guess you could say the second string wide receiver for the Vikings definitely start. Flowers start. Bateman or Hopkins. I wouldn't start both of those. I would just start Flowers for the Ravens. Tight end, both start. Defense, Ravens defense definitely start. Vikings, I wouldn't. Lamar Jackson's back. If he wasn't, then I would say yeah. Defense. Oh, I already said defense. Kickers, both start. Bills versus Dolphins. Uh, let's see. Josh Allen definitely start. Tua wouldn't. Running back wise, Cook start. Achane start. Wide receivers. Bills, if you want, but flex them because it sounds like Allen has multiple options at tight end and wide receiver, so a little bit risky to even start one guy because it's not like you have Stephon Diggs. But Dolphins, Waddle, start Malik Washington, flex. Tight end wide, I think Waller coming back. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't really start the tight end for the Dolphins. As for Bills, definitely start their tight end. Defensive wise, Bills definitely start. Dolphins don't. Kicker, uh, Bills yes, but Dolphins if you want. But I feel like they're gonna struggle versus the Bills defense. But like I feel like the Dolphins are trying to get some type of kicking position, one way or another. Uh, Traded Junkins, Smith, Kittle, Shaheed for Lamar, Bowers, JMC, JCM, T Mac. Had no quarterback PPR flex league. He had May and Lamar. The trade is getting vetoed. Is it a fair trade? Oh wow. So traded Junkins, Smith, Kittle, Shaheed, Mar, Bauer. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to think. Wait. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Let me try to say JCM. Oh, yeah. It had to be vetoed. That's bad. Uh, Wait. He has. Wait a minute. Hmm. He could have done this. Honestly, though, like you just said he has Lamar. He has Lamar and Bowers, and he's getting a whole package from you. I would have done it if I was him. Wow. If I'm correct on that, let me know if I'm correct on that. Because if he gets Junkins, Smith, Kittle, and Shaheed, since Shaheed just got traded to Seattle. Bro, whoa, you gave up a lot. Are you trying to help him or something? Trying to win the money or something? But the league owner, I don't blame him for videoing that because that his team would have been stacked, bro. I know Kittle's a little bit, but you have a good running back, a really good wide receiver. You have a solid tight end. You get a wide receiver who's on a new team. Wow, it's getting vetoed for his side, saying he got what? Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any freaking sense. You're giving up half your roster for two really good players, and you're getting like one crappy Washington guy, and then you get a Carolina wide receiver who barely does anything. How? Wait, what did you? Is your team stacked or something? Because that doesn't make any sense. If you what? Are you sure? Tell me this correctly that you're getting the Lamar and Bowers and uh yeah, but you're getting rid of half your roster. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense though. Because you're giving away half your roster for two key guys who are gonna do stuff for you, and the other two guys aren't going to do nothing for you. That doesn't make any sense how you lose the trade, bro. I mean, how you win the trade. He's the one that's winning it. That doesn't make any sense. That's weird, bro. Wow. Yeah, you didn't, and you're sacrificing so much more. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, because you lost uh Jane Daniels. You needed QB. You just got rid of Judkins, your other running back. Rice isn't really that good. Puka is good, but he's out until I don't know when, and unless he's back already. CMC is good, but like you're giving what? Yo, what league is this? Appreciate the life, bro. I thought they were gonna be like, oh, the other guy won this trade easily by a mile. Because I would have said that. I'd be like, yo, oh my god. Oh. Wait, you put down $500 in your league? Each player $500? Or whoever wins $500? If it's $500 per person, that's crazy. The most we put down is $100. I'm in one fantasy basketball league. We put 75 and the other one I put 100, which I hate that. I should have just done one league each year. I don't like doing two. Uh, whoa, 500. Dang, bro. And what, 14 of you, 12 of you? You're making like what? Like you're making like maybe over 5 grand or something? Dang, man. SBS, bro. I don't, that doesn't make any sense because if I was them, I would have been like, oh, like, let him accept it. He's going to be much more trash. Like, that doesn't make any sense, bro. What? Your league's weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You sound like a smart ass guy, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Especially if you won. You sound like you have more of a brain than your league does. So your league wants you to win then. Because even if you don't trade, yeah, it sucks, but you still can pick up a quarterback off waiver. You're fine. You're literally fine though. Like even if you don't do it, you're okay. You just gotta pick up a waiver wire and you're set. Your team's stacked, bro. Honestly, just get a quarterback off of waivers and you're good. That's crazy. Your league is man, your league's weird, bro. That's wild. I would you he would have won. He would have won that. Sheesh. You gave up so much for two guys. That's crazy, bro. Dang, that's wild. You said oh another guy. 10-man PPR redraft, Josh Allen, Jackson Dart, B. John, Chuba, Aaron Jones. Okay. Yeah, what about it, bro? Uh, I like it. I like it. Rico. Let me check. Rico. Rico Dowell. No. Uh, Jugkins. No, I would say I would not even. Why you want to trade Josh Allen for Judkins? You're getting scammed. Like, why do you need to? I mean, your wide receivers are good. You have Higgins, AJ Brown. Um, James. I know Debo is not the flashiest. It could be a little bit of an upgrade, but I would rather you trade Jackson Dart for like a Judkins or maybe someone a little bit higher than that. I think you get scammed. Even if you trade Jackson Dart for Judkins, you're kind of like losing that one because Jackson Dart is much more consistent than Judkins. So try to get someone a little bit better than Judkins if you can. Um, yeah, don't trade Josh Allen. That's crazy. You want to trade him for Judkins or Josh or Rico? Nah, I would not do that. I would not do that. But yo, the other Andrew, you're. I'm sorry, but that's the craziest decline. That kid must be like mentally challenged or something. I don't know, bro. That's crazy. I'm like, I bet I'm doing it, but maybe because he doesn't have a backup quarterback. But like, bro, if his roster's much weaker or whatever, he can pretty much upgrade a big time doing that. Um, Giants versus Bears. Jackson Dart definitely start. Caleb Williams definitely start. Caleb Williams doing his thing. Uh, Running back wise, I wouldn't start the Giants running back. I need to see him a little bit more backup and primary running back. I got to see him a little bit more. Bears, if you want, you can start wide receiver wise. If you guys want to comment more about your team and stuff or other people's team, let me know. I can stop and just answer it. It's cool. Uh, but wide receiver wise, I would say DJ Moore start. The other one, I would say DJ Moore and the primary guy would definitely start for the Bears. Giants, yeah, start wide receivers one and two. Tight end wise, Giants definitely start automatically. He's doing awesome. Bears, flex him. Now, as for defense, sit both of them. I feel like it'd be a head-to-head battle on the offensive side of the ball. Kicking wise, yeah, both start. Now, Jaguars versus Texans. Jaguars, quarterback, both of them start. Running back wise, I guess both of them start. Uh, trying to think. Wide receivers, they just brought in Raheem Shaheed. Definitely start him. He's gonna be maybe their number one wide receiver. It sounds like because before Jaguars' primary wide receiver has been pretty crappy. So look for him to maybe take that number one wide receiver role in this game. Maybe going forward if he does really good. Texans and Nico Collins only. Tight end wise, definitely start Texans tight end. Not really Jaguars. Don't trust that. Defense, it's up to you. I can't really give you a definite answer. I don't know if they're gonna do bad or good. But kicking wise, definitely start both kickers. I would say lean towards the Jaguar a little bit more. Almost done though. Five more games. Cardinals versus Seahawks. Cardinals quarterback it's gonna be percent. So start percent did amazing last week. Hopefully he'll keep that momentum going. Seahawks, Darnold. Definitely start. Yeah, Raheem Shaheed. Oh my bad. Wait, who got Rashid Shaheed? No, the Seahawks got Raheem Shaheed. Who got from the Jaguars? Wait a minute. Hold on. My bad. Myers. Wow, I messed that one up. Jaguars got Myers. My bad. So he might be the number one wide receiver for the Jaguars. My bad. Um, look for him to do it. Now, as for the Seahawks, Seahawks have Raheem Shaheed, so look for him to get involved much more on this offense because you have Cooper Cup, Rashid Shaheed, and Smith, whatever his name is. So look for all three of them to get involved. Could be very tricky who could be number one wide receiver right now after this. But running back wise, my bad. Darnold's definitely start all over the place. Running back wise, Seahawks definitely start. Cardinals don't. Tight end, both start. Defense, hmm. Seahawks start more than the Cardinals. The Cardinals kind of stepped up last week. Kickers, both start. Lions versus Commanders. Quarterback, Jared Goff start. Mariota, if I was a gamble, I wouldn't. Running back, Gibbs start. Montgomery flex. Commanders flex the running backs. Wide receivers don't start Commanders. I don't trust right now. All of them are injured or just not good right now. Uh, Lions, St. Brown start. Williams start. Tight end, both start. Earth only one's trying. Defense, Lions start. Commanders don't. Kickers, both start. I would say. Well, Lions more starts than the Commanders. And then Lions versus 49ers we're going to do. Give me 1 second. What's up, brother? What's up, bro? Just received a trade request. They want ETN for Sutton. My running backs are Barkley, Dobbins, and Benson whenever he comes back. Receivers, Pittman, JSN, Moore, and Keenan. Thanks. You're welcome, bro. Not a bad trade. Dobbins and Benson. Let me check. I'm better with faces than names. Benson, Cedric Benson he passed away. NFL Trey Benson. Wow. Man. You have Dobbins, yeah. Hold on. Let me check. He might get a little bit of an impact. Or NFL. Yeah, DJ Moore. I mean, you don't really have to because you do have a good wide receiver. You have Pittman, you have JSN. I know JSN might take a little bit of impact because they just brought in Rashid Shaheed. Moore, I know it's not the greatest, but he starts maybe get something coming in. Allen doing his thing. Man, hold on. Let me look at ETN stats more. Maybe I'll give you a better definite answer. Like it sounds like you don't really have to, but you might want a slight upgrade. Uh, hmm. He did go off that one game. That was a couple of months ago. I would say do it. Do it. I mean, yeah, Barkley, Dobbins gonna do his thing. Uh, ETN, if you see his overall stats, he really hasn't been doing anything. Like he really hasn't. Like receiving wise, 5 receptions, 31 yards. One game, 1 reception, 11 yards. 4 for 28. No touchdowns out of those. Even the other one, 3 receptions for 9, 1 for 1 yard. Rushing, he only had 19 carries for 124 yards. That's the best one he had. Other than that, 3 weeks straight, he has 12 carries, 8 carries for between 49 to 27 yards. That's bad. And one of the last game, he had 22 carries for 84 yards. It doesn't make sense to really keeping him. He's not really doing anything. He's not going to help your team that well. I think Dobbins and Barkley will carry your team. And I think if you slightly get him as an upgrade, I think he will help you tremendously. Because he's number one wide receiver for the Broncos. Number one, you don't really have a number one wide. You kind of do, but not like you know every week in week out. And I think you should definitely do this trade because ETN's really not going to help you. He He hasn't done nothing last year too. And even when he does have one or two really good games, everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's back, he's back." No, he is not. It's just either people are injured, or the defensive play call was horrible that game, or the defense in general is just trash, or whatnot. So yeah, we'll definitely do the trade though. But that's a steal if you do it. Um, Definitely a steal. But it's up to you. I would do it honestly. I'll take a little bit of a hit for my running backs. A little bit, a little tiny bit, but you have Barkley and Dobbin, they're gonna do their thing. So you don't have to worry too much. Just pick up a backup running back and waivers. That's what I did with the Browns. I had I had a really crappy running back room at one point. I mean, I only had Cook and Bijan, and that's it. And I was like, dude, I need more. So I ended up picking up Judkins because I'm like, he's gonna be starting, right? And I kept looking and looking, and he was definitely gonna start. And here we are. Picked him up, and he started for my team as my flex. And I'm pretty much waiting. I won 2 or 3 weeks straight already, so I picked him up. So always get a backup running back. You never know, especially with your team. Barkley's fine. I don't think he'll get injured. He seems like he's been healthy for what the last 2 years now, ever since he left New York. The Eagles got really good medical staff. You don't have to worry about it. Appreciate the like though, by the way, bro. Uh, but yeah, definitely do the trade. Now let's do Rams versus 49ers. Quarterback Matthew Stafford definitely start. 49ers defense been horrendous since they lost their two key players. 49ers quarterback, yeah, if you want. Yeah, he's been doing his thing, but just know you might not get a lot of fantasy points. Running back wise, CMC start like always. Williams 2 for the Rams. Wide receivers, wouldn't really gamble. I guess you could say Jennings for the 49ers, but Rams definitely start their wide receivers. Tight end, Kittle definitely start. Rams tight end don't. Defensive wise, Rams yes, if you want, but I kind of would sit them because you never know with the 49ers. But the 49ers don't start their defense. No. Kicker wise, start both of them. Start both kickers. Now, last two game plus. I'm getting kind of tired. It's been 30 minutes. That's why I don't do live like every other YouTuber does. This much. I don't mind it, but it's just like my eye gets very like tired staring at the screen all day because I'm editing. I'm also on my phone editing, so it's like a lot. Which that's why I hope I get a editor soon. If you guys know any editor that does it really cheap and does a good job, let me know. DM me on IG if you do, or here if you know. Uh, Steelers versus Chargers. We got quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers or Herbert. Yeah, both start. Why not? Running back wise, yeah, both. Chargers running back don't. So the defensive front is going to stop the running. Steelers running back, yeah. Wide receivers, both start. Tight end, um, yeah, Chargers tight end definitely start. Steelers is the gamble. I would flex, but I wouldn't really start if I were you. Defensive wise, Steelers definitely start. Chargers is a little bit of a gamble. Maybe if it's up to you. Kickers, both start. Now, last game Monday night, Eagles versus Packers. Both quarterbacks start. Both running backs start. Do not start the backup running backs of the Packers. Receivers, I'm trying to think. Wide receivers, definitely start for both. Tight end, don't do Packers. He's out for the season. Do the backup tight end for the Packers. I would say flex him, but I think he'll do something. I've seen something in him. Uh, Eagles tight end, definitely start Goddard. Uh, Defense, I would say hold them both off. This one, both really high-powered offense. Hold off on defense, but kickers definitely start in this one. And yeah, guys. Now let's do like we always do at the end of the video. Each position on each team, which one will start over the other. Let's get it. Raiders versus Broncos. Quarterbacks wise, start Broncos quarterback. Running back wise, start. Well, it's kind of a tie, but I would say lean towards the Broncos running back start. Wide receiver wise, start Broncos easily. Tight end could kind of say somewhat equal, but lean towards Bowers to the Raiders. My apologies. Burped. Um, Defensive wise, Broncos, kickers, Broncos. Falcons versus Colts. Uh, Quarterback wise, Colts, running back, equal. Can't choose one or the other. Gotta do both. B. John and Taylor are just monsters right now. Um, Wide receivers, Colts, tight end, Colts, defense, Colts, kicker, Colts. Browns versus Jets, quarterback, Browns, running back, mm, kind of equal, but Browns, wide receivers, Browns, tight end, Browns, defense, Browns, kicker, both. Goddard, Pierce, Tez, or Singletary at the flex. Okay, let's go to it. Let's go to it. Pierce. Oh crap. Pierce. Um. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, man, that's tricky. No Singletary. Don't. I know he's going to get involved much more with the Giants running game, but don't. As for Goddard, seems like a much more likely option. Tez might actually get the ball much more. It's Goddard or Tez. Pierce, I wouldn't really do it. Um, let me look at the game up. Hold on a second. Let's see. Eagles, and then the Buccaneers and the Patriots. All right, let's do Goddard. Do Goddard. He's gonna get involved much more. Do Goddard. Flex him. Just traded Genty and Algier for Kyron Williams. I already have him, and the other guy has B. John. I was trying to move off Genty. Thoughts? Oh. Genty. Um, I mean, Algier is really not gonna do nothing. He's just like your little, you know, hey, give me some viewer points if he does get it. Genty really doesn't get the ball as much. I think you did okay. Um, I think you did fine. I think the dude kind of made a little mistake getting Genty because he really hasn't been doing the best because they haven't used him correctly in the organization. So I already have and the other guy has B John. I was trying to move off Genty. So, uh, yeah, I think he did okay. I mean, Kyron Williams is much better than Genty right now. Just because of how he's doing. So I think he did fine. I feel like Genty won't do a whole lot right now. No. But you did good. You did good. That's good. Not a bad deal, honestly. Now start one Tracy or Mason, full PPR, already starting Wandell because of bye weeks. Okay. Tracy. Let me check Tracy. I'm better with faces. uh, okay. Tracy. Okay. And then you said Mason. Tracy. He's there clear number one wide receiver for the Giants. I mean, running back for the Giants right now. Gotta do it. I know Mason starts to get involved much more with the Vikings, but it's a little bit of a juggle. It's just sharing the snaps to Aaron Jones. I would do Tracy. Tracy will get in the groove. He showed some promise last year. I know that. Need to trade help. Lost 5 running backs to in. Oh my god, 5. How you lose 5 running backs? Wow. Oh my god. Got offering either Aaron Jones or K9 plus Kareem Hunt for DK. Wait, Kareem Hunt. My other wide receivers are Rice, Jet. Oh my god. Wow, you are really in a gamble right now. This is interesting. Okay, so you lost all those guys on IR. You don't know when they're gonna come back. They might be out for the season. Got offered either Aaron Jones, which he does somewhat good, but he shares the snap with Mason. K9. Who the frick is K9? Oh, Keith Walker. Uh, so K9, Kareem Hunt for DK. Kareem Hunt won't really do anything really for you. The wide receiver right, Jetta. Sorry, I'm like trying to think. I'm trying to like do my due diligence on the proper way for you to. Oh yeah, Justin Jefferson. Okay, Trey Tucker to be the clear number one wide receiver. Yeah, I would do it. I would do it because you have Justin Jefferson. I know Rice is not the flashiest, but he does something. Trey Tucker's clearly number one wide receiver for the Raiders right now. Judy is good. You need running backs. Five's all injured reserved. I think DK. I know DK showed some promise, but he's not really their number one. Number one, I feel like Aaron Rodgers throws the ball to multiple people on that team. So like one game he could be like, I versed one guy last week or the week before, 6 fantasy points for DK. So it's like, you know. So I think I do Aaron Jones or K9 plus Kareem Hunt. I think I would do K9 and Kareem Hunt. Is a better deal because K9 is getting more involved with the offense, much more than Aaron Jones is. Aaron Jones more of a snap split. Uh, Kareem, I know he's not really doing a whole lot, but it's a backup. He'll give you something. You need running backs. You have 5 on IR. I would do it. K9 one. But it's up to you. Let me double check before you make that move. Aaron Jones stats. Let me see, because I might be wrong with Aaron Jones. Uh. Oh yeah. Yeah, do it. Easily do it. My God, he's been trash, bro. Oh wow. I mean, let me look at K9. I think K9 might be better than him right now. Aaron Jones has done nothing. I'm shocked. I thought he was a beast. Yeah, do K9 Kareem. Do K9 Kareem easily. I know K9 has much better stats in the rushing attempt than uh, Aaron Jones. Let me double check. Maybe the wide receiving. Okay, he does okay with receiving, but do K9. Do K9 and Hunt easily. You need running backs, and that is the perfect deal for you right now, as DK doesn't really give you a day in, day out type of stats for your team. Uh, yeah, let me know, guys. Any other questions you got? We're gonna wrap this up really soon. Saints, the Panthers quarterback. Let's go back to this. Star Panthers more than the Saints quarterback. Running back would be tied for both wide receivers. Saints Panthers a little bit more. Tight end, neither. Defense, neither. Kickers, both. What do you do this trade? I'm 4 and 5. Should I do May and Kelsey for Hurts? Oh no, no. I have Loveland. Wait, Loveland. Who the hell is Loveland? Loveland. Oh, okay. That's too much of giving up for Hurts. Like, no offense to Hurts, but Drake May's going off, bro. I wouldn't do it. No, 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 no. Drake May's going off. Doesn't make any sense why you would do that. Get rid of Drake May. You're literally letting him win the trade. I know Kelsey's not the flashiest name as he once was, but he still gives you something. And May's living up how Hurts living up, so it doesn't make any sense for you to even do that trade. It doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't do it. Nah, you're getting scammed right there. Nah. Now let's do Patriots Bucks. Both quarterbacks start. Running backs lean toward the Patriots a little bit more. Wide receivers lean toward the Patriots a little bit more. Tight end equal. Defense equal. Kickers equal. Ravens versus Vikings. Ravens lean more quarterbacks. Running back would be Ravens. Wide receivers will be tied-ish. Tight end will be tied. Defense will be Ravens. Kicker will be both. Bills, Dolphins, quarterback. Bills, running backs. Somewhat tied, but lean towards the Bills more. Wide receivers, Dolphins, tight end, Bills, defense, Bills, kickers, Bills-ish. Giants versus Bears. Quarterback tied, running back, Bears, wide receivers, tied, tight end, tied, defense, tied, kickers, tied. Jaguars, Texans, quarterback, tied, running backs, Texans, wide receivers, tied, tight end, Texans, defense, tied, kickers, tied. Cardinals, Seahawks, quarterback, tied, running back, Seahawks, wide receiver, tied-ish, but Seahawks a little bit more. Yeah, Shaheed. Oof. Tight end, tied, defense, tied, kicker, Seahawks. Lions, Commanders, quarterback, Lions, running back, Lions, wide receivers, Lions, tight end, tight-ish, but lean towards the Lions. Defense, Lions, kicker, Lions. Rams, 49ers, quarterback, tied, running back, tight-ish, but more towards 49ers. Wide receivers, Rams, but tied kind of. Puka doesn't play, but I think Rams more. Tight end, 49ers, defense, Rams, kicker, both. Steelers, Chargers, quarterback, tied, running back, tight-ish. Well, Steelers actually. Wide receivers, tied, tight end, Charger, defense, Steelers, kicker, both. Eagles versus Packers, quarterback, tied, running back, Eagles, wide receivers, tied, tight end, Eagles, defense, uh, defense would be tied, and kicker tied. Hey guys, that is your fantasy football start and sit for week 10. If you guys have any other fantasy football start and sit or even waiver wire stuff, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely answer it. If you guys want to DM me on IG or you want to answer on the what does it call it? The community page, let me know. I'll be more happy to answer any questions you have. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video.